few more grey hairs on his face. He looks very similar to how he did when he still turned out for Pakistan in the green. I have lots of force to
Good slower ball. Well done to Gurbaz.
better. Good thinking, that pace off the delivery, as well as following the batsman. All he's done is
with 2 overs, none for 25. First one was expensive, second one was better. Bowl his, I imagine his last over. He'll go to Naveen ul Haq for the very last one.
you might have seen walked in after a couple of early wickets. This was his first ball and it was a boundary straight down the ground. So he's played quite nicely. He's got to make sure that he's kept the innings together. And amongst that, got a couple of really good boundaries for the team. What's important is that he's still there. 17 balls left in the innings. Oh, that's just come off the thick inside edge. You can see the disappointment for Shara because he knew that he could have got that away.
Played really nicely. No. Strike rate is not great, but in the context of this game, 130 might be decent. And his team are in all sorts of trouble. Oh, can't quite get that one right. Hit the bat or not, they're keen. They're desperately keen. There was a little noise, but what was it?
No, there definitely was a noise. Doesn't look like the ball was close to anything else, really, other than probably a brush on the glove. Upstairs.
TV umpire to director. We have review for catch out. Original decision not out. Can you go with front foot is fair delivery? Can you go with the front on camera, please? Ball close to the bat. Can you go with the ultra edge? It's a flat line. When ball passes to the bat, it's a flat line. No bat involved. Bismillah, you stay with your original decision, not out. And you are on the screen now.
Some width, and there should be two. The dub will come back. It's going to a keeper's end. Good throw, but comfortable enough. 100 comes up.
100 comes up. 14 balls left in the innings. Crucial 14 balls.
That will be four. Thick outside edge away to a vacant third. 2 overs to go, 106 for 5.
The army is more advanced than ever, but nothing can do what a soldier can do.
Two to go. In the second of the T20 Internationals in the B-Love Network series presented by Bank Al-Falah. Afghanistan 1-0 up. Inside edge, and that will race away for four, so a couple of streaky-ish boundaries in the last few deliveries.
Again, Simon, just what we were talking about in that last over. It's worked out well this time. It's got the thick bottom edge, gone past the keeper. What matters now is the results, and it's a good one to start this penultimate over.
I'll start trying to pick the bowler's brain a little bit here, Ahmad. Two options now would be the Yorker, full pace, or the slower ball for Faruqi. Can he pick one? Decide. Goes with the slower ball. And finds the man out at deep mid-wicket. Good work in the field.
And the call straight away was two. It would have been because didn't hit that ball all that well. To the left of the fielder as well. The start to this over good. 4 off the first ball, single off the second. 4 now sitting at Nelson for 5. 10 balls to go. And they go at 2 to the ball, get to that 130 mark. They'll definitely feel it's something they can bowl at.
Nicely. Yeah, 10 balls from a batting side. I think it's you say 3 boundaries in those 10 balls. Bonus of 4 from the bowling side. If you can go 2 or 3, I think you're winning. You're on the better side of it. The other will go to Naveen ul-Haq for the last with those slower deliveries, gets the Yorker right. Good. That's really good from Faruqi.
Yeah, good tussle between these. Two. 50 partnership comes up. An important one between these two senior players on the side. Faruqi's been outstanding. 2 early wickets in his first over. Just gone for 17. A couple of balls to go in his last over. It's been a great find for Afghanistan cricket. It's going to take time to settle into international cricket.
Right. Good delivery. Backward point as well. During the other night, just felt that he'd put a yard of pace on as well. He was into that early 140s.
Zoe's finally joining the early morning swim, spurred on by a new Apple Watch. Series 8 she got from Vitality for £39.
Five deliveries to go. 116. You're talking about maybe those 2 or 3 boundaries, maybe 2 from this stage. That 130 looks quite realistic now.
They need it. They need it just to give the bowlers a little bit of a feeling they can compete. Get one. It might get one. Squeezed off the edge. Down to the boundary at 3rd for 4.
Just enough on that outside edge to go wide of the field at short third, and enough momentum to roll into the 3rd man boundary. Tarab Khan was looking for the ball to go elsewhere on the field. He won't mind the boundary that's come with it. Karim Jan, a desperate dive. Penal Huck wasn't happy with that.
That's the standard sort of, what was that? Ball to go. Oh, goes pace off and Shadab can't catch up with it. Eyeing up that smaller boundary, that smaller side.
It's that pace off the delivery that's done him. First 30 of 27, second fastest, that 4th, just 17 balls. Credit to this man. He's been mature about how he's gone about his innings this evening.
Misses out on a full toss. They'll go again. They should go again too, Shadab. Oh dear. Decides against it in the end.
He's decided to go for the run out because he's the man who's in, but almost gave them an opportunity to get another run. Oh, no ball called. Now, an extra delivery. Bismillah Jan Shinrari, the umpire. change in the field now to Shadab Khan. There's confirmation well over the line. Very wide third man goes back on the offside. There's a sweeper there as well, and a long off. And a deep mid-wicket. And a long on are the two boundary riders on the onside. Very fine 45. And a square leg. Where's he going to go here, Simon?
Pace off or a wide Yorker. Tried the wide Yorker, didn't get it. Didn't get it right. And he got hurt downtown on the free hit.
And that's well played by Shadab Khan. Very easy just because the ball's a full toss to look to heave it to the leg side, but he stayed straight. This is the one bounce. 127 now. He's changed that field once again. That third man's come back into the circle, into a backward point. Square leg who was in the circle. Back to a deep backward square leg.
I'm going to guess it pace off this time round. Look at those changes of field. Yeah, he picked it as well. He found the gap leg side, but will only get one, come back for two. That was the pace off into the surface. Shadab wants a new bat for the last ball.
Yeah, he's not happy. He probably thinks there should have been one bounce into the boundary. Must have been a fair bit of damage on him to not want to face the last delivery with that bat. Raheem Ashraf's gone running out with a couple. He doesn't want either of those.
Why doesn't Imad just give him his? He doesn't need it for the last ball. He can run with a broken bat.
Probably a long handle, which he's going to struggle with, isn't it? Shadab Khan. Right, so there's Raheem Ashraf. He's got another couple with him. And he knows which one he wants.
All about sponsors as well, isn't it, I suppose? You'll notice whether Shadab uses the same sponsor as... no, he doesn't. They're different. That's why he doesn't. That's why he didn't swap with Imad. Right, come on, get on with it. One to go. As you feel again, that man on the leg side, that deep square leg has come up. And back to the Yorker, and then back to the full and wide. Yeah, he did. And Shadab played it straight to the man who'd just been put back there. I'll try and pinch two. He should be run out. No, good dive. Very good dive. We will check this. But I think it might be two, and we could be at 131 for Pakistan.
Yeah, 130 or 131. They'll be quite happy with where they've managed to get themselves.
The umpire review for the run out. Can you give me the best side angle? Can you give me the... Can you show me from second angle, next angle, please? Can you zoom it when the bails come up? Yeah, freeze it when the bails come up. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I'm going to make my decision on the big screen.
Umpire Akbar Ali is convinced that's out, and rightly so. So it'll be exactly 130 for 6 in the end. And I just think that Pakistan will feel like it's a score with a very good bowling performance. They can defend, Tino.
They've got to be good in the field as well. Talked about that shorter boundary that was there. This is how it went. There were 3 early wickets that fell once again today, but Imad Wasim was the man who did the job in the middle part of the innings. 64 and 57 balls. Sharaf Khan out the last ball of the innings, supported him well with a well-made 32 and 25. They end up 130 for 6.
Right, 130 for 6 is the total. Raman is sideline. Who have you got with you, Raman?
Thank you so much. I've got Jonathan Trott here with me, the head coach of the Afghanistan side. Jonathan, first and foremost, you had Pakistan at 63 for 5 after 11 overs, and they got 130 odd. So just your thoughts in the final 9, how it went for your team.
I think we bowled really well at the beginning, and it showed they had a little partnership going, and how difficult it is to stop batters when they are in and there's a partnership going. So that's hopefully going to serve us well, chasing these runs down in the second innings.
Just a quick thought on Rashid Khan's captaincy and the fact that, he's been a very proactive captain, bringing in the bowling changes. Today, we didn't see Mohammad Nabi bowl because he thought probably there was something in it for the seam-up bowlers. The other day, he picked up a couple of wickets when he bowled at Nabi. And Rashid, interestingly, there's a stat with him bowling, hasn't conceded a boundary so far in this series.
Well, yeah, obviously a fantastic bowler, person, obviously leading the side. He leads by example, which is great. So it was Karim's day with the ball today. He didn't bowl last game. He bowled this game and did really well. So that's the thing that we have. We're lucky we have lots of all-rounders and which can adjust and adapt to the conditions.
Let's scroll back to a couple of days. History made right here at Sharjah with Afghanistan beating Pakistan for the very first time in a T20 international, beating a top 6 side. What was the mood like in the camp post that win? How did it sink in?
Yeah, really good. I think I get the feeling that we sort of moved off from that already. That's already happened. That's in the past. We're here to play today and hopefully knock down these runs and give a good account of ourselves.
Let's talk about you and your stint as coach of this Afghanistan side from August last year. How's the journey been so far?
It's been good. Learning curve, obviously, for everyone, coaches included. It's, with this game, with cricket, you're always learning, you're always adapting to the conditions, what you're given, and what's in front of you, the opposition that you're playing. So, fantastic experience. I love coaching these guys, a great bunch of fellas and who want to learn the game and get better, and that's always easy as a coach. And hopefully we are and enjoying our cricket and inspiring all the people in Afghanistan to take up the game and make everyone proud.
Go well, Jonathan. Thanks so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys in the comm box.
Thank you, Rahman. 130 for 6 is the result for Pakistan. They lost Saeem Ayub early. Harris and Abdullah were out fairly quickly as well. 3 for 20 at one stage, and then small partnership Shane Masood out there. The square leg. He hasn't had an opportunity. I wonder whether he'll get an opportunity in the last game with the openers failing again. Maybe the last game.
Yeah, that's Ramanullah Gurbaz down the wicket, creates that lane, and that's a massive six. That's gone on the roof.
Wow. Hit one the other night, didn't he? One exactly like this the other night. Probably slightly squarer. This has gone a little straighter. But that is such a clean strike. 98 metres. New balls, please.
The height on that main stand is pretty steep. To clear that, it takes some hitting. Forget about how close the boundaries are or short of ground. It was still traveling.
Looking around the field trying to find who's off. Imad Wasim maybe the man that is off the field. I just wonder whether they might have started with him tonight with an over.
Yeah, they didn't do that in that first game. He's good with that new ball. Since he's out, probably not see him anytime soon. Just looking at Pakistan, and you talked about Shane Masood, will Pakistan make any changes? Probably also depends on where they end up in this game. But without being too critical, they've got options available. Will you give the gloves to Haris? Get Iftikhar maybe? But again, it's just a 3-match series, so you just don't want to take away that confidence that's lacking in Azam Khan. Give him the third game also. Again, he's dragged that from outside off stump. Didn't really get hold of it, but it's a huge vacant zone on the onside, so he'll fancy his chances. First over, gets them 12.
Yeah, slower ball. So, reaching for it, end up dragging it. Doing the right thing inside the power play, no problem with that. Deceived in the flight of the slower ball, but still went through with the shot.
Just for the sake of comparison, Pakistan were 2 down for no score in the first over. It's not a bad idea to attack, get as many runs as possible in the power play. You don't want to find yourself in that position where you're 2 down or 3 down for almost nothing, and then you have to slow down between over number 7 and 15 and just make a mess of it. So good what Gurbaz has shown in the first over. Another single, not a bad idea. Running off the mark.
Yeah, and from Pakistan's point of view, you don't want to go searching too much. I know you need breakthroughs, but don't go searching. Just hit that line, that length that can cause some troubles. That boundary of the slower ball, just reaching for it, going through with the shot. No problem with the field up inside the circle.
Got a deep square and a deep third for Ramanullah Gurbaz. He can do that. It's surprising how with that slinging arm he can actually get that bounce going.
Yeah, and it skids at you, and I think for the most part this probably lands on the side of the ball, so it doesn't hit the seam, it skids a little bit quicker. I thought the other night, mentioned that he's quite accurate for quite a slingy bowler. His accuracy has been very good throughout the PSL, early parts of this tour as well.
Yeah, Gurbaz playing for Islamabad. I've seen a lot of him recently. He's a man who'll
not worry about who's the bowler. He'll go after you. That's how he plays Gurbaz. More runs here, at least a couple. Oh, how do you lose that, Harris? He's a good fielder. He dived just over it.
Yeah, swing and a miss, wasn't it? It was an air shot almost. He might have just got the fingertips on it, Mohamed Harris, but it's one heel feel he should have got back. Turned quite nicely, timed relatively well in the end, but Harris gets there and just gets the fingertips on it. Can't haul it back.
And instead of trying to stop it, he's trying to slap it back. He's making changes. The ball before this, they had two men on the onside in the deep square leg and deep mid wicket. Once again, third has been pushed back. Not bad. Saw him backing away. Just kept on focusing on that outside off stump line. Just kept it out of his reach.
I understand the thinking of Gurbaz. Good from Zaman Khan as well.
Time and again you see bowlers tend to follow the batter. It's a good thing. Just hold on to that line that you planned. That's good running. 2 gone, 18 for none.
A little story. It doesn't matter where you read it or share it. That one little story can open their world to a lot of possibilities. But 1 in 5 children say they don't own a book. So we provided over 130 million books since 2013. McDonald's. Change a little, change a lot.
Bit of a change in that opening pair. Gurbaz and Ghani today. Yesterday was Ibrahim Zadrad. With that change being brought in to just get a fresh opening pair. This is good. Ihsanullah early in the power play. Just the third over. So good with that. The pace and that the accuracy that he offers. It's immaculate. Yesterday we saw 2 balls were skied up. They hurried onto the batter. And then there was another one which completely missed. He wasn't trying to bowl a slow one. And he was in the range of 135 and 142. He's quicker than that. We know it. Probably the ball releasing out of the hand is much quicker, but off the surface it just slowed down majorly. Now before, when there's space on offer, there are certain things you've got to deal with as a fielding side.
Part of the reason that I think Ghani has been brought into the side is just his ability to play the quicker bowlers. Just waited on that pace. Just knocked it on its head a little bit. Down through the gap. The backward point.
Good one, changing his length. Still in these early 140s that he's bowling at, Ihsanullah. And that one was 148. Fuller length, aiming at the toes.
Afghanistan under-19 side. They're playing a little tri-series at the moment down in Abu Dhabi. Bangladesh and Sri Lanka are also part of that tri-series. Afghanistan making a little home for themselves down in Abu Dhabi the next few years.
But had hit it too well. Just didn't get in the first go, Shadab. For a moment, Gurbaz must have had his heart in his mouth. He hit it too well.
That's good cricket, really good cricket. And I think their cricket will only improve the more time they spend here and play in conditions like Abu Dhabi, and don't always come just to Sharjah because it suits the spinners. They've got to learn how to play and produce good quick bowlers as well, I think, and the surfaces down there will help that.
Yeah, just to make your presence felt. It's important.
I'm so impressed with the cricketing facilities right across the UAE, Sikandar, when you think about what is on offer in Dubai and at the ICC Academy and around the surrounding grounds there. A couple of outgrounds in Dubai as well. Then you go down to Abu Dhabi, which is just exceptional, second to none in the world, really, the sporting facilities down there. Facilities in and around here at Sharjah, very spoilt in this part of the world. Nice camaraderie there as well.
He's going down. He's always going down. Three overs ball. It's 26 for no loss. As a comparison, they're at the same stage. Afghanistan way ahead in both the columns, wickets and runs, but that changes after the 11th over. So it's good that Afghanistan is trying to play the catch-up game in the power play. Oh, he's got bat on it. He's got bat on it, otherwise there would have been trouble.
Yeah, two noises. Sometimes that can be front pad, back pad. I think this was all three in the end. I think it was an inside edge onto the front pad, then onto the back pad. I might have had three noises on that occasion, and it was probably just a touch high as well.
One thing's important, probably Afghanistan has noticed, that just try and not play those dot balls. Not getting those boundaries, rotate strike within the 30-yard circle, just pushing the ball around. That's your inside edge, and then onto the front pad, and then rolls onto the back pad. Yeah, that was sharp, spicy. And he's looking for a wide from the square leg. He's ducked all the way down.
Yeah, one for the over. I like it. This is good from Zaman. It's tailed late, and Azam Khan does well. Just looking at the dot balls for Pakistan, over a third of the innings, 45 dot balls. 9 so far inside of 3.5 overs.
different captains go different ways. Shadab not opted for Ahmad with that new ball. Whether it's his call or Ahmad is more comfortable using the used ball, but he's been so good. He's on the field. That was a good one. A couple of short ones and then just bowling one in the block hole.
Again, though, there's an intent, isn't there, from Gurbaz in particular, picking up those singles even off the good deliveries.
A lot of support here for Afghanistan, especially in Sharjah. Oh, he's gone through. In two minds for a moment, yes. He took the pace off and that has worked.
Brilliant. Nice way to get your first wicket in international cricket. It was a slower ball. It was beautifully bowled. Stayed a little low. But it was really nice from Zaman. Gone from 143 kilometres per hour down to 123 with that pace off. Inside edge, back onto the pad, then onto the stumps. Deceiving Ghani, all ends up really well bowled. So Usman Ghani goes for 7. Afghanistan lose their first, 30 for 1.
The army is more advanced than ever, but nothing can do what a soldier can do.
Ibrahim Zadran is in at number 3 for Afghanistan after the dismissal of Usman Ghani. Exactly 2 overs to go in the power play. Those are the numbers for Ibrahim. Opened the day before yesterday, today at number 3. Nicely done.
Yeah, it might look a little unlucky inside edge onto the pads, but he was deceived completely by the pace, by the slower ball. It's a very good wicket for Zaman.
Yeah, the key is the arm speed doesn't change. He disguises it so well. Clearly, Usman missed that out completely. It was a little too late to grab that it's a slower one. Almost noticed, apart from Gurbaz or Nabi the other day, rest of the batters, when Ahsanullah is bowling, are moving away, exposing their stumps. He's trying to gauge what he's trying to bowl. He was good with that new ball. He was very smart and calculated knock 38 of 38 from Nabi that took the game away from Pakistan. And Pakistan, of course, didn't score much. It's 92. Chance again, non-striker. Again, a miss.
Toying with him. Shadab has missed 2 now. He's grabbed a handful of fresh air on both occasions. Just half opportunities, just looking up. Just looked up a little bit too early. Get the ball in the hand first.
think this was a better opportunity than the first one. It's close to him. He wasn't really far away from the stumps, and Gurbaz was struggling to make ground. Look at that sharp right. It's a wide, yes, but where has Azam collected that? 147 on that ball.
Take Azam Khan moved well down the leg side. Seamed a little bit as well. Bounce. And again, it's not a quick surface by any stretch of the imagination. I'll call it medium slow. Still able to get bounce and carry out of it.
That's a nice looking shot. It's a good outfield. You get value for runs there. Nawaz after that does well to keep the ball in play. You come back for 3. And looking at a runner ball from here, almost not a bad start this from Afghanistan. Need 94 on 92 with 9 in hand. They should be happy where they are at the moment.
Yeah, the key for Pakistan will be separating that runs to win and balls remaining. Once you get to a gap of around 20, 25, things become a little more difficult on a slowish surface. Can the spinners do that? Can Nawaz? Can Shadab? Whether they use Imad? Can they create a bit of pressure, pick up a wicket here and there, and just slowly test Afghanistan a little bit? At the moment, relatively comfortable.
A single to end the over. It's 5 gone. It's 38 for 1 Afghanistan. And let's have a look at some sights and sounds from this beautiful country, Afghanistan.
Final over of the power play in progress. Afghanistan has definitely done better in the power play than what Pakistan managed. They got 35, all right, but they lost 3 wickets. Now at this stage they were 33 for 3. Remember those early wickets just setting Pakistan back. And then it was always going to be a catch-up act for them. Now, 5 deliveries left. How can they go about their task here? And the hot seat, Raman Bhanot with me, is seen him a while. You know, where do you see this going?